Mr. Unghire?
So I think I'll have to start by having to Mr. Hamry criticize this caucus for not answering Mr. Zanoni's remarks up there. I have to remind Mr. Hamry that we are instructed that there's no back and forth with people who are coming up and giving comments, okay? So for you to say, well, nobody answered his question, and because we're not permitted to answer his question. So, so I just have to remind you of that, Mr. Hamry. So, Mr. Zanoni, just to address your point, okay, the points that you made up there on a couple of things, okay? And you said, oh, well, you know, we're probably aware of the amount that is being proposed or whatever. I can tell you that I was not aware of what the internal negotiations are, okay? I'm closer probably than most to the town council, and you came out with that number, and I was not aware of that number, okay? And the only way I think that you found it, you said that you ran a Freedom of Information request to get that number, okay? So I have faith that the process of negotiation, which the town is going through right now, will come up with a budget that will be acceptable to everybody. I think that, you know, we've done it in the past. We're doing it now. I've got faith in the process. And, you know, you pointed out the Republican caucus, but bear in mind, remember this, that the majority on the town council is not Republican. It's Democrat. Any budget that does pass is going to pass with a majority, okay? So I'm just making that point. Thank you. Would like to thank the Women's Club for their contributions to our scholarships for the Enfield school students. And Doctor, I know that you are sensitive to nurses with Teacher Appreciation Week. I'm glad that you brought that out. I'm sensitive to teachers too. I sent out a note to my favorite teacher in the Enfield Public School Systems, telling him he's a history teacher at the JFK Middle School, telling him how much I appreciate his efforts in teaching our kids. Buzz Robotics open house tomorrow night, Wednesday, at the Enfield Annex from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and come on out, everybody, and see what they're doing with Buzz Robotics tomorrow evening, Wednesday. And this is National Prevention Week, May 7th through the 13th. And it doesn't say, you know, just drug prevention. So we're so often seeing, you know, drug prevention. But this is national prevention. It deals more than just drug misuse. It deals with suicide prevention. It deals with mental health, smoking, vaping, drinking, drug misuse, sponsored by the Enfield Together Coalition. To just to add a little bit onto what Ms. Cushman had said about this virtual event that's coming on May 11th, it says that teens who don't drink or use drugs say that the number one reason they have made that choice is because of their parents, the involvement of their parents in their lives. And so encouraging parents to join this virtual workshop, raising a drug-free teen on May 11th from 6:30 to 7:30. So parents, it's only an hour of your time. And you can call Tessa Rydell. She's the prevention coordinator at the Department of Social Services here in Enfield, and her number is area code 860-253-6382. Again, that's Tessa Rydell at 860-253-6382. And I was fortunate enough to attend just prior to this meeting, the town of Enfield sponsored, along with the Enfield Together Coalition, a community conversation on opioids and substance misuse. I see some of our folks here in the attending here today were there. And one of the statistics that they noted was that in Connecticut alone in 2022, that some 1,500 people died of opioid overdoses. 1,500 people. So that goes back to getting parents involved with their children and having open conversations with them. That's